Hi, welcome to my next video. My name is Inadequance. In this video I will be covering my Toxic Gym run from the Tower of Mastery. I'm doing this recording for my PvP Academia so they can show my thoughts, my thought process on this, and maybe show newer players to this or people who struggle with this concept on how it works. To start off, Tower of Mastery. It's similar to like you know, in the main games you have 8 gyms. You have 8 gyms, right? And you can challenge the Elite Four, the champion, and become the actual champion yourself. And the Tower of Mastery that PvP HQ set up with my PvP Academia actually kind of simulates this. You know, you can challenge 8 gyms, you can challenge Elite Four and become champion. I think it's a very interesting concept. And if you love PvP, like you know, challenges are always fun to do. So what they actually do here, if you challenge a gym, they will have a selection of 20 Pokemons, right? Usually in a sale format, you have like 6 Pokemons that you can pick, and you can only use 3 to battle from those 6, right? But in this case it's more like 6 of your Pokemons versus 20 of them. Which makes this a quite challenging concept. We can look real quick into what this gym has. So as you can see here, these are the Pokemon this gym has. This is the gym from Netherlands. Well, I live in Netherlands, so easy coordination with the gym trainers. And they have water and poison typings. Now the most interesting part about this, let me show the rest of it as well, by the way, is that you have water and poison types, but there's many dual typings. You know, you have like Lantern, which is also electric, so this can take care of opposing flyers. There's a Venusaur, right, which is poison. So it also these typings also go with other dual typings, right? We have here Poison Dragon, just water, Ice, Poison Dark, just, you know, some examples, and that gives these gym trainers or gym leaders quite some options to cover their teams pretty well. These are the gym leaders of this gym, and they also have their bands, right? And it's not always the same bands. It's really specific per gym. In this gym, it's specifically psychic types. I don't know if they're very strong against this gym. I mean, the gym also has like let me see. They have 2 dark types, right? So that really helps them out there. But yeah, Abomasto, Galvantula, Skarmy are really Pokemons that have good matchups overall, and thus they are banned. That makes sense. In this case, Legendaries and Mythicals are banned here. They're not banned everywhere. I know that in the South UK, I think, in that the Steel Dragon, I think it is, you can use like Registeel there. And in the French team you can use like Mew, so Mythicals and Legendaries probably also allowed there. Sometimes Shadows are banned. In this one they were not, and sometimes Megas are allowed. I don't think a lot of people have Megas for Great League, but you know, if you do, you can use them in some, and they might be good. So yeah, let's look into my my battles. First off, the team that I'm using here, Altaria, Shadow Lapras, Shadow Sableye, Umbreon, Esca, Ferrothorn, is just based on their selection of 20 Pokemons, right? Per gym you can actually just change your team every time based on their selection. But it's hard to really hard counter everything. I think one of the most obvious mons, the best water counter in the game, is Ferrothorn. Ferrothorn is steel typing, so it's not weak to ice either, right? If you play against Azumarill, Ice Beam won't really hurt. So I definitely bring that Pokemon. I have Escavalier. Basically, because the core that I originally brought here was Altaria, Ferrothorn. And Escavalier really covers Dewgong pretty well, right? Altaria really fears Azumarill and Dewgong. Escav covers the Dewgong and threatens that a bit. I noticed there's also some Poison Darks in this meta that can threaten my Sableye. I like to bring my Shadow Sableye to wherever possible, really. It has very good neutral matchups. It's a very dominant Pokemon. Escav really covers that well. Shadow Ratpass, also a very good generalist. You know, it's a water type, but it's also not weak to water, you know, so that makes it really good. It has decent matchups against stuff like Pelipper, Venusaur, Swampert. dominates Dugong, so again that threatens the Dugong if it wants to counter my Altaria. As decent against Azumarill, basically really fierce Jellicent, but bringing Jellicent against my Umbreon Sableye Ferrothorn line, only a madman would. I wrote Umbreon basically as a generalist. I didn't think the team much through. I basically just worked from that core of Ferrothorn and Altaria, and then covered their potential threats. So basically, the focus was like, I saw they have Toxicroak, which they probably love for my Ferrothorn, and they probably like Azumarill as a good generalist, Dugong as a good generalist, and those are the Pokemon I basically want to cover here. That's how I kind of got to this team. I'm not using them all as often, because yeah, usually it's Ferrothorn that has dominant matchups, Sableye has dominant matchups, you know. In general, some Pokemon are just for bench pressure, even though it's only 6 of mine versus 20 of them. Pressure is just really important there, because they have just such a wide selection. You need to give them the feeling they can get hard counted there. What else? You need to win against at least 3 out of 4 gym leaders. And these gym leaders might communicate with each other, so if they know my moveset, you can't change your movesets in between. They know your moveset, they might communicate that, they might tell my leads or my team comps and might anticipate to that, so all very important things to take into account there. You need a really flexible team. So let's go. First match, we have my Shadow Lapras into their Azumarill. Azumarill, very strong generalist. Basically, only my Ferrothorn really hard destroys it. But I like my Shadow Lapras. I'm good with Shadow Lapras. I've played this Pokemon a lot, so I have faith in it. I know how to play this out. If you go straight Skull Bash, Skull Bash enhances your defense. So yeah, I just shield the first move because it does the most damage. So it'll do a lot of damage if they don't shield. And they do respect it, so that's good. I also am glad to see the Azumarill here, because basically my strat here was to bait out potential Azumarill with my Sableye, as you can see in the second slot, and then the Altaria avoids it. Is it reliable? Not really, because if there's Azumarill and Dugong in the back, kinda, well, not in a great spot. But yeah, I mean, covering 20 months. You gotta take some risks sometime, and if you're unlucky, so be it. I don't want to get farmed down here, so I'll swap. I have a shield advantage, so I can shield this up, that's fine. And I think I lost track of energy here, so I didn't farm too much. I mean, I almost have 2 foul plays, that's really good too. Worst case scenario, like a Drapion comes in, or they have Dugong still in the back. Let's find out. There's a Drapion. Drapion is really fast. It's a soft check to my Sableye. It's not really a hard check. If I had a normal Sableye with Return here, actually would be better, because Return almost threatens a KO here. I go double foul play here, basically because if I throw Power Gem, I still need another move, and I don't think I get to another one anyway. He brings in Toxicroak right away, and that's a game. That's just game. Because my Altaria has pretty dominant matchups against anything but the Altaria and the Azumarill. Against Azumarill and the Dugong. I catch a move here, very unnecessary, but trust me, BM in these kind of formats, in Show 6 formats, if you can BM in the first match, it really can have like a mental effect on your opponent. Like, okay, I'm facing a tough opponent here, and it might make them nervous, you know. So I think that might be, you know, maybe it's unnecessary, maybe it's just some class move, but I like putting some pressure on my opponents doing so. Here I lead Sableye to Dugong, basically the only bad lead I can get there. I swap in Umbreon hoping to bait out Toxicroak, because I have Ferrothorn in the back. Not great. Also, I brought Umbreon and Ferrothorn this time, simply because my Altaria seemed very dominant in the previous match. I mean, it didn't do much, right? Just Dragon Breath, catch a move, Sky Attack. But it seems very unbeatable at that point, so maybe he's inclined to use Dugong right now. The problem here also, because I don't bait out Toxicroak, I also can't fake Psychic. I review my moveset now, already in the first matchup, not really great. But yeah, I mean, I have to review it at some point anyway. Also, I run Last Resort over Psychic simply because I don't want to be walled by Drapion. Drapion already is pretty good against my team. So, yeah. Drapion or Amok. Now, what I don't know is if the gym leaders all always run the same moveset. We see Aqua Tail here, so that's good. If they don't have Sludge, what does that mean for my team? It means absolutely nothing. It can hit Umbreon less hard, I guess. Crunch still is the preferred move anywhere, really. Especially with the 30% debuff. Bring in Ferrothorn here. I don't really, I'm not really great against Drapion with this team here. No debuff, very luckily. So I don't have to shield the next one yet. I want to keep a shield for my Sableye just because that's really good general matchups. Another Crunch incoming. I should run Thunder here, not Flash Cannon, because most things that die to 2 Flash Cannons also die to 2 Thunders. There's no reason at all to run Flash Cannon. That's a mistake on my part. It is a Dugong, so he did expect my Altaria. I want to throw before he debuffs, so I force a shield here. Dugongs tend to shield the first move before they debuff. I can take this move and I hope to get to a Power Gem here. If they shield that, then my Power Whip will kill from Ferrothorn. If they don't shield, I might be able to fast move down. Even debuffed, all these moves add up really. I get my move here, very fortunate. He might have gotten to another Icy Wind, if not. But yeah, because I got my move through there, I just bullet seed him down, so that was pretty fortunate. So I need to adjust the thing here real quick because there were different videos. Yep, there we go. There were different recordings, I mean. Sableye into Roserade, so this is another gym leader. I don't know if they communicated with each other, but my previous opponent did not bring Roserade. So that's interesting. My strat this time, I run different teams from the first time just in case they communicate. My strat here is just to win the lead and RPS in the back. Basically that. But again, if there's a Azumarill lead and Drapion or something in the back, it's kind of iffy. I'll shield anything. Again, I commit to winning Switch in the lead. This is not really what I want, you know. It's just Power Gem is just such. I mean, Sableye has the move, the stats to back this move up, but it's still a weak move. It's a weak move. It's the only downside on Shadow Sableye. Shadow Claws really add up. Foul Play hits hard, really hard. But I miss return. I really miss return on this thing. As said, I can RPS. Yeah, I bring Ferriton in. They have Toxic in the back in this game. So that went according to plan. In my previous match, against the previous leader, I led Lapras in the first match. And I think Sableye in second. So I don't think they really communicated in this one. Because Shadow Lapras just destroys Roserade. I think Roserade dies in like 7 Ice Shards really. And the Azumarill comes back in. It's over. I have a full Ferrothorn still. So this is all fine. The strategy just worked as planned here. I could get a bit iffy if they lead Drapion or Azumarill there, but they didn't, so that's good. Again, they keep bringing the same mons. Very curious about that. Again, what's it called? The Azumarill. So now we see what I will actually. What my thought process in here is. Yeah. Basically, if I don't bring one mon in the first match, I tend to bring it in the second. Because they haven't seen it, they might not expect it. I'm not the type of player that really brings the same teams. Sometimes I do. Just if a strategy seems unbeatable, this is a very good strat. But also, I also don't want to be lead. Let's say they lead a lead strong against my Sableye lead here. I still want to be strong against it, right? Alright, oh my, that's a lead. I didn't even use did I use Altaria in previous? Yeah, I did use Altaria. So again, in the second match they bring Dugong, just like previous opponent. As you can see here, the ice shards do so much. Kind of misplay, because if I want to use full use out of my Altaria, I should swap immediately and farm it down, because Dugong can get a lot of farm on me. The ice shards really add up. We already know the moveset of this thing, so don't have to fear a Dazzling Gleam. That would only give him less farm either way. I don't think he anticipated to lose switch there, because Rose Raid's not really a safe swap. I'm expecting a Zoomer on the back. We had a shield, interesting. Skull Bash definitely does more. And he throws a move. I don't think he needed to. That's fine. It's only good for us. So yeah, the first match again, my Altaria in the back was pretty dominant. Yeah, this Azumarill. I don't really need to throw this move. It does make it a bit easier. As long as I keep my Lapras alive, Dugong can't do anything. But yeah, again, in the first match, my Altaria seemed dominant, and it made my opponent bring out the Dugong again. Just should have clawed this down. I don't actually need to. Lapras... The matchup between Lapras and Dugong is just so dominant for Lapras. So, because I just don't resist it. This goes on for a while. So far I have not used Ascav yet. Ascav really is just bench pressure, especially when my opponents keep bringing that Azumarill. It's not really attractive to bring that Ascav. This time my opponent did not bring Drapion at all. It's interesting. Alright, here we have the last gym leader. Or maybe not, if I don't go 3-0. So, assuming they communicated. What would they know about me? They know I don't really bring Ascav, right? So maybe that tempts them more to bring Dugong. They've used Azumarill every time so far. If they communicate that with each other, I don't really expect Azumarill. Maybe they just have so much faith in it that they should always bring it though, so we'll see. I have Sableye into Toxicroak. That's a pretty good lead. I have Umbreon in the back, so I'm kind of glad to see it here. My team comp here was not really great. I really banked on them not bringing Azumarill at all. If they don't have it, it's a great team comp probably. They let it go. And then I can farm down, easy. What do they have? Oh. So they do have Azumarill, huh? Which one is my less weak here? I assume they have Play Rough. You kind of need Play Rough against my line. You don't really need Hydro against my line, so I highly doubt they have that. I'll throw a Last Resort here. They should know I have Last Resort, no Psychic. They shield that. So what could be in the back then? They don't have Psychic types. They do have Jellicent in their line of 20. And they bait me even. Wow. That's a bold bait. But yeah, right now I'm really banking on something pretty weak to Altaria. Altaria can win against some water types in the... What's it called? The 0-2-1s. I'm not sure about this one though, because this thing has Blizzard. This is probably... I was really hoping for a Swampert in the back, you know? Against Swampert, I think I would have won. But... this thing, no. He farms up a lot here. He has a shield still. So I need 2 foul plays, he needs 2 mud bombs. And he outpaces me, even though I farmed a bit. So well played by him. If I had Ferrothorn here, Yeah, so here my team comp was not really strong. It could have been really strong, banking on the fact they don't bring Azumarill. But if they do bring it, I mean, they have 20 Pokemon to pick, right? So it's not really easy to guess what they will bring. But this really drives me to bring my Ferrothorn if he does not fear it at all. He might anticipate that though. So I think my strat here is to bait out the Toxicroak with my Lapras. Lapras has a really good save swap against pretty much everything. The beautiful thing about Lapras is against fragile fighters like Machamp, Toxicroak, maybe even Vigoroth barely. If I land one Surf, I can shield Ice Shard down. So just to flip switch. And yeah, they have their only fighter, Toxicroak. So that's good. They take their time. Makes sense if you have 20 months to pick. Sableye into Azumarill. Do I want this here? I'm staying in for a bit. Probably looking to catch a move, build some energy. I catch actually on Lapras. I'm hoping that they Ice Beam bait me. I know they have Ice Beam. But they play rough. Smart. They have a play rough here, which they leave with. They leave with the play rough, but I have so much energy here. If I throw Skullbash and he no shields, he dies. But yeah, I anticipated, I mean, it's risky, right? 2 Surfs also kill. Why would I throw 1 Skullbash that can be shielded? So I'll look at how much that does. And I can almost kill this. Almost kill this. I lose CMP, so no point in throwing. I come in almost right away. Because if I go in right away, he took a while before swapping. So maybe I can lock his Azumarill into my Ferrothorn. As you can see, my clock is up. His barely shouldn't be. And I catch play rough like that. Let's see what he has. The Toxicroak is gone, so he has no hard answers. Drapion will be tricky. He has Nidoqueen. I don't know about that. Nidoqueen doesn't really counter anything on my line. So this kind of surprises me. Really surprised me. It has neutral matchups against Umbreon, Altaria, and all the other ones. Well, they kind of suck. I'm surprised. I did not expect this to bring in. This is kind of what I needed. He just goes straight Poison Fang, I believe. Doesn't matter. I can keep this Ferrothorn and power-ups alive. I have two foul plays banked, so I'll swap here, kill it. I still have my Ferrothorn. This Azumarill cannot farm me down, I think, because I will get to a power gem and a foul play here. Actually, I farm him down. Oh, he throws a move. That's fine. That's fine. And then I kill him. So that's decent salvaging in game 2. I'm really surprised by the Nidoqueen. I rather expect them to bring the Drapion again. The Drapion is really strong against my line. I think the first gym leader read that really well. I don't know why Azumarill is so tempting for them to bring. Maybe it's like they want a reliable generalist to bank on, but this is exactly why you can bring like a Ferrothorn. If you recognize a very flexible generalist on the team, on the gym's list, it can be good to have a hard counter like Ferrothorn, like an absolute beast of a hard counter. Yet they bring it. But it makes sense that Azumarill is like the only water they bring, because I'm not weak to water, of course. Just weak to fairy a bit. Bad lead. I'll swap in my Sableye. He has Drapion to answer. I'll go for the foul play bait here. Throws Aqua Tail. Interesting. Crunch would have sucked, because then I die in 2 moves. I survived this Aqua Tail if he throws another one. And I think I counted here, so I knew it was Aqua Tail. let's throw another foul play. I'll pace him here. Yeah, I'm counting there. I threw a 3. It's 4 poison stings for an Aqua Tail. I'm trying to get my to throw my opponent off count there, which I managed to, because I throw this before him. He has a double shield if he wants to keep switch. At this point, I'll let it go. He has too much energy. I don't know if I can farm down. I think I can, but I just don't find it worth. Even if it's Azumarill on the back, I can bank so much energy here. Now he crunches. Defense drop. That sucks. So now I have to shield. And he hard swaps into Toxicroak. I say thank you to that. I am anticipating the Azumarill here. Maybe something else that beats my Pharaoh, but he doesn't really have anything. Maybe Dragolgia or something. There's just nothing really that he has to beat the Ferrothorn. Dragolgia or Amok probably come the closest. It is Azumarill again. So in all lines, we've seen Azumarill. They throw their move here, interesting. Because they need to build energy for the Ferrothorn. But they no bubble here, probably hoping for a shield from me. There's no way I shield this. Absolutely no way. I'll throw Moonblast slightly more than the thing here. This is the only thing I need to be careful of. Him catching. But he tried to catch immediately. I went over on his energy, it's fine. It's fine. All I needed was to keep my energy for the Azumarill. I think even if he caught, he would not outpace me, so it's fine. And that closes off. That closes off my gym challenge here. This was really fun to do. I wasn't actually initially planning on doing this, but now that I've tasted a bit, I kind of like it. 6 vs 20 can be challenging. I'm gonna try more gyms. Maybe they're even better gym leaders. Maybe the coverage can be more difficult for the typings that they have. It will be fun. If you're into PvP, I really recommend participating as well. It's pretty easy to do. You just go join the PvP HQ Discord, and most of how to join is just explained in there. You join you log in with your Discord account, some site, and in there you can just start using comments to join gyms and battle people. It's really easy. Anyway, I hope this video helps you give an idea of how this works and my thought process on how I approach this gym and this challenge. Thank you for watching. I hope you liked it. Have a good one.